This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors, presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Wcxo Elevator in Centralia. See Wcxo for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle, and by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Wigman Ford studio. Coming up today, a lot of baseball talk from the area. First, we'll talk with Trenton Legion coach Brian Burbrick, and later on from the Breeze Emergence, its manager Blake Haig. Plus, as always, on a Saturday, we have the Easy on Travel Trivia Quiz at 594-2576, 594-2576. Today, you can play and win not one, but 2 pizzas from Casey's in Beckamar. But right now it's time for Scores and Stuff, brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located a mere 7 miles north of Carlisle. You can't miss them. They're easy to find, and it's a good place to go when your vehicle needs that precious makeover. See Hoffman Auto Body. On the H&H Computer Services guest line, we drag it down to Harrisburg for Southern Illinois scribe, CC native, Les Winkler. Les, welcome back.
Good morning, sir. Hope everything is fine in Clinton County.
Everything is. I believe they're a little slow in the 62218 at Bartelza, but that's okay. They had a precious zip code party yesterday.
Yeah, but I'm ambivalent about that. I'm sorry I missed that, but on the other hand, I am happy I missed that.
Well, chances are I'm going to miss Hoffman's 62250 party too. I don't think I'm going to hang around for that.
Let me see, 62946 is Harrisburg. Yeah, I don't think I'll make 46.
Don't like the odds, unfortunately.
No.
But hey, well, the Cardinals are against the odds right now, and they lost. Now, last night was a tough loss because Jack Flaherty pitched so very, very well. He took a no-hitter into the 7th before it was destroyed by Jesus Aguilar, and then he bit Bud Norris late for a 2-1 win. The Brewers over the Redbirds at Miller Park.
Well, that means, one day of good pitching means 4 days of bad.
Pretty much,
with this team.
Yes.
It is.
One up, 4 down.
you and I are old enough to remember the bad days of the
70s?
Of the late 70s.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the team ever being this poor fundamentally, having so little pitching and just unable to catch the. Well, my column tomorrow, I will basically say that this team can't run, hit, or throw.
Oh, outside of that?
Yeah.
Hey, Les, where can everybody find that column? Or do we just go online for the Southern Illinoisan or?
Yeah, just www.thesouthern.com.
Okay.
Yeah, the basic premise is what the Cardinals need to do is flush. And to me, there's 7 people on the roster that I would consider keeping, and sadly, one of them is one of the oldest guys in the team, Molina, and Jordan Hicks is very intriguing. Miles Michaelis is a breath of fresh air, someone who actually throws strikes, and if you sit down and watch a Michaelis game, you actually have a chance of watching a complete game in less than 3.5 hours,
which is cool. Another thing about Michaelis, which I don't ever, after he got knocked out whatever recently in the last game. He stayed in the dugout the whole game, and he was cheering on his mates on top of that. Man, that is fantastic. He had to learn. I bet he learned that at Japan.
I actually noticed that. I had there was chores I was doing around the house, and I was in and out, and I came back in the 6th or 7th inning, and I saw him standing on the top step of the dugout cheering, and that was good to see. It really was. I did enjoy that. And my favorite player maybe on this team is Jet Jerko, and I just don't think he gets any respect. They had an interesting thing on online the other day. Jim Hayes was asking all the Cardinals who's the worst athlete on the team. And I think it was Tommy Pham was kind of laughing. He said everybody would probably think it's Jet Jerko, but he's really pretty athletic. I mean, he's got that kind of short, squatty build, but he's not real quick, but he's got some baseball skills. I really enjoy watching him.
Yeah. I don't care sometimes who the most. I just want baseball players.
Yeah. And I was thinking about. I was actually thinking this morning, maybe even preparing for this interview, that one of the things I think is really gone haywire with baseball is just what you said. We don't have baseball players anymore. We have specialists, and
some who aren't really.
And yeah, right. And but if they don't perform their one little narrow skill that they've developed, they're basically useless. I mean, they're an empty spot on the roster.
Yeah,
it's not like you have people that you can plug in interchangeably anymore.
Sometimes, by the way, like the left-handed specialist means he can't get anybody else out. So I mean, it's just a nice way of covering it up. But incidentally, on fundamentals, Les, and I like Jose Oquendo and so forth, and I realize it's not all the manager, it's not all. But where was all that junk about Jose Oquendo? He's the very best at base running fundamentals and infield defense and all that. Come on, they're awful. They're still awful. So where's that Jose magic?
Well, I don't know. I agree to a certain extent, but if you've got 28, 29-year-old guys, I mean, really, should Matt Carpenter know how to run the bases when he's 32 years old?
Oh, I agree with a lot. I'm just saying, though, in the overall, that's what I always hear. Right. So where's the improvement? There's none.
Well, Kevin Youkilis, I know you're on Twitter. Kevin Youkilis put a tweet online yesterday, and I don't know if you saw it or not.
Did not.
And I wish I could retweet it 1,000 times a day. It's like if your 10-year-old is struggling to hit the ball, don't videotape the swing and try to break it down. Buy some wiffle balls and bats, throw them out in the yard for him and his friends to play with. They will learn to play the game.
Right.
Amen. Right. Hallelujah. I will sing in the choir at that church every Sunday.
I think I heard a comment by Danny Mack last night about analytics show that he's really improved as a defense. Who needs that to tell if a guy's improved as a defensive player, etc.? Just watch the game. Eye test, man. Play ball. Yeah. Play ball.
Some of the analytics I agree with. Like I think WHIP is a very, very telling statistic, and on base percentage is good. But the analytics will show you that the Cardinals pitching staff is outstanding, and I'm just not buying it because they use up 100 pitches in 6 innings. You are not doing your job if you as a starter if you can't get the ball into the 8th inning. I'm sorry. You cannot expect to win if you have to have 4 pitchers on the game every day.
A lot of times it's 5 and 6. That's why they carry 9 relievers, which is nuts. Well, but it still comes down to starting pitching, whether they want to admit it or not.
I don't disagree with that. And here's the thing that made me laugh is they carry 9 relievers and Greg Garcia. Greg Garcia gets. I think you and I might be still be able to hit a 64-mile-an-hour fastball.
Possibly. Hold my beer.
I'm sitting at home. I'm 63 years old. I'm sitting at home thinking, geez, give me a bat. I think I can hit that.
But anyway, congrats to Flaherty. That was great. Now we'll see if he can keep it up because these guys come and go and dip and so forth. And 50 each team. That's why I'm not going nuts over his 13 strikeouts because that's the norm. Each team struck out 15 times last night. The Cardinals struck out 19 times in a loss a couple of nights earlier. So the Ks mean nothing. It's home runs and Ks.
Oh, I know that, and that's what I think that's another area where the analytics are probably wrong because I mean, okay, if you strike out 8 times a game, 9 times a game, okay, I'll concede it's not. But when you have 18 guys who don't get on base out of 27 outs, yeah, I'm sorry that just affects the game in so many ways.
Certainly does. And don't even get me going on Cocky Tommy and Clown Carlos. 2 more issues there. But you know what? Through it all, and that's what the second wild card has brought, which I'm not exactly a fan of, but the Cardinals are right in it yet. And I think to a degree that tends to sway how teams play. You say, oh, come on, we're only 2 out of the second wild card. We're still doing. There's no urgency anymore.
No, well, and I mean, I think that certainly speaks to the mediocrity of the game today.
And I still love it, but it's not as good as what it was. It's no sport is though. I believe hockey probably is, but everything else has been watered down some through the numbers of teams and the crazy rules and the replay reviews and stuff like that, and it's going to keep slipping some. I'm afraid.
You know, hockey. Interesting you mentioned that because I think hockey is the one game that has improved itself through rules changes in the last 10 years.
Yeah, they might still be. I love watching hockey. I really do.
When they got rid of the 2-line offside, it speeded up the game. It made the game more exciting. I mean, there's more scoring opportunities. Plus, there's less stoppages in play, which is it's just horrendous to sit there and watch a NCAA basketball game, and they stop the game for 10 minutes to decide to put 0.3 of a second back on the clock.
It's foolish. You cannot get everything right. I mean,
you're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to. Well, we remember the 1985 World Series. If it weren't for Don, if that would have been decided by a replay review, who cares? It's part of sports. The human element. In fact, the human element actually goes into the review too, because you got the slobs back in New York who get it wrong half the time anyway. Right.
No, the human element is still so much a part of the game, and that's I've had heated arguments with people who are so pro, the analytics or whatever, but I still think there is something that there's that human element where a manager has some feel. And he might go against the grain just because of something he's seen in batting practice or something he's seen against a particular player or whatever. Yeah, I'm alluding to Whitey Herzog if you're not reading between the lines.
All right.
There's just an instinctive gut feeling sometimes that maybe overrides the numbers. And I'm not. Don't send me emails, don't send me texts. I'm not saying the analytics is worthless. I'm saying that sometimes the human element does intervene, and there are other things. The game isn't simply numbers, is my point.
Right. Right on, Les. Oh, man, the Cubs, they can't beat Cincinnati. They lost again. The White Sox split. Baltimore knocked off Atlanta in interleague play, but hey, the beat goes on. Herrera goes to the Nats. That was a good move. What do you think about Aviston's Trevor Richards? I know he got bombed the other day, but overall he's done a nice job with the Fish.
Yeah, it's always, number one, it's always great to see a local guy get up there. It was a great story that he gets called up in time to pitch for the Cardinals. That's right. A terrific story.
Well, I caused that to happen, Les.
What's that?
I caused that to happen with my tweet mentioning Derek Jeter 2 days before, and Trevor acknowledged it. Yeah, I'll hold the applause. I know.
And yes, I'm just waiting for the applause to die down. And as someone who covers the Frontier League on a regular basis, it's kind of to see a Frontier League guy, and of course in that game that Richard pitched, the Cardinals Frontier League guy Martinez took him deep. So
that's true. How about that? But good. The beat goes on for Trevor. So good for you. Had a real neat tweet around this time, right? You're naming all the Clinton County League players who made the majors.
Says this, and I think you came up with one of
Vern Holtgrave
and Vern Holtgrave. Yeah.
But another good one, and we've had every one of these on except Red. And I guess it was from that maybe when Red passed. I'm not sure. Or maybe Trevor. But I also forgot at the time about Aaron Rockers, and we've had him on 3-4 times. But there's been a slew.
Yeah, it's for a small community like that, that's pretty amazing. I was fortunate enough to meet Mr. Shane Inkst several times. As a matter of fact, I remember interviewing his mother when they named the ballpark in Germantown, Shane Inkst Field, way back in 1977, I think.
Yeah.
So that was one of my first assignments in the newspaper. I'm like, hey, this ain't bad.
No, you didn't blow it either. Good job, Les. Incidentally, we have another local, Zach Hockey, who got drafted, and he's in the KC Royals organization now. He's out in the desert, fine-tuning things there. Anybody get drafted from the SIU Salukis? I would imagine 1 or 2, huh?
Let's see. I know Michael Baird, starting pitcher, big, tall right-hander, about 6'3".
I saw his name.
Tops out, low 90s. Got good breaking stuff. Excellent control. Second baseman Connor Kopak was he's just one of those. Okay, now and again, I don't want people to read into this and say saying that he's as good as Tommy Herr, but he plays a lot like Tommy Herr.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's Tommy Herr.
You're comparing.
He's not going to be in the major leagues tomorrow, but I mean, he reminds me a lot, just the way he approaches the game, does the little things to win, hustles like crazy, has good speed. Just intermittent pop. Now I'm drawing a blank as to whether or not their first baseman got drafted too. He's a very good hitter, Logan Blackstand. Kind of a little guy for a first baseman, but got a lot of doubles. He's kind of that line drive, hit the gap type hitter. So yeah, they had 3 guys that were 3 were seniors this year. So I'm 99% sure Blackstand got drafted, but the other 2 did for sure.
Okay,
Baird was by the Cardinals, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna book all that stuff. So, the Blues selected right winger Dominic Bach, good German boy there. He'll be good. Trotz goes to the Islanders. I know you're not, and I'm not. Didn't exactly, but I saw where DeAndre Ayton went number 1 in the NBA to Phoenix, and Porter goes to Denver's Nuggets. We'll see if he can stay upright. How about the Missouri Valley? For sure, was it Elise from Missouri State, Paul Lusk, his old bunch there? I think he went in the draft, didn't he?
Yeah. Alize Johnson went second round to, was it Denver? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% certain. He's an interesting player. He's intriguing. He's a big, strong guy. He can rebound and put the ball on the floor a little bit. Not a great ball handler. Good enough to get past the defender. And he can. What made him so devastating in the Valley is that he could step out behind the line and knock down threes all day too. So he's the kind of guy that may flourish in the NBA. I'm not saying he's going to be a star, but I'm saying he's the kind of guy that's got a complete enough game where he might be able to find a niche somewhere.
What's his name again?
Alize Johnson.
Alize, yeah. Boy, I butchered that. I did when I had Paul Lusk on too. I blew that twice now in just about a month.
I think it's Alyze or something. There might be another vowel in there somewhere, but yeah, he's a nice player. He really is.
I'm sure there's another vowel in there too. Lincoln Riley gets a 5-year, $25 million deal with the Sooners. How about the Dogs football team for 2018? Some hopes?
It pretty much hinges on their quarterback staying healthy. Sam Straub, big guy, 6'4", 235, 240. They were 5-2 when he broke his hand last year, and it's one of those crazy things. He got run out of bounds I think it was at South Dakota, and they've got a concrete barrier not far off the sideline. And as he was running off the field, he reached out his hands to cushion his blow and broke a bone in his hands. And the Salukis never won another game.
Yeah.
They've added some depth at quarterback. They've got really nice running back that's a sophomore. Most of their offensive line back. The defense, almost the entire defense is coming back. So. But again, they're in the Valley, and the Valley is a heck of a football league. You can make big strides and still be mediocre in the league.
By the way, I was struck by a concrete barrier, too, about a dozen years ago, but that's another story. And it involved a game and postseason fireworks, we'll call it, at Busch Stadium. So never fully recovered, but I'm alive.
Right?
Yeah. The U.S. Open Golf Tournament's history, Brooks Koepka, man, that's 2 in a row for him last week. Shinnecock.
Yeah, I was really rooting for
Tiger. Tommy Fleetwood?
The guy
Fleetwood.
who came from the huh?
Was it Fleetwood?
Fleetwood, yeah. That was amazing to watch. You know, people who say golf is boring on television, I don't understand it. There's as much drama in watching golf as there is in any other sport. Now it's not going to knock you out of your chair with the highlights, but if you want drama, I mean.
But I lean toward boring, although I like to see the last few holes of the majors anyway when it gets pretty wound up. I especially love it when Eldrick isn't involved, and I don't have to worry about that very often.
I know how he's not when I'm putting when I'm trying to make an 8-foot putt for $3. You know, so.
Hey, one last thing, and they're playing this weekend, of course, but Nashville native Danielle Kaufman, she is the new SIU women's golf coach. How about that? We're going to have her on in maybe 2 weeks, I believe it is.
Yeah, that is a very that's a recent announcement, and that's been a good program.
Yeah,
and
she played there.
And it's been overlooked, but they do it with a lot of area golfers have gone through there and done very well. So that's people don't pay a lot of attention to collegiate golf, but that's been a very solid program at SIU.
All right, Les, any parting words there?
No, just I hope there's enough ski to go around to soothe all the hangovers in Bartelsville this morning.
They probably doubled up on the the convenience stores are busy, etc. So, well, we better split the scene. We'll look for you on Twitter. We agree on so much on there. It's a blast.
I pretty much live there.
All right, Les, thanks.
Appreciate you having me. Have a good day.
Les Winkler of the Southern Illinoisan. Find him on Twitter. Find him online. His segment, Scores and Stuff, was brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body. It's located just 7 miles north of the border of Carlisle. When your car or truck needs major or minor repairs, whip into Hoffman Auto Body. We've got Brian and Blake ahead. Trivia, too. Monken Nissan in Centralia aims to spice up summer with a 2018 Nissan Frontier Crew Cab 4x4 SP JN710078 for a scant $316.46 lease payment over 36 months. The MSRP is $32,155. For more, visit their website at monkennissan.com.
From my family to yours, with guaranteed satisfaction. Monken's the one. Monken's the one.
Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today, 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington.
When's the last time you had your eyes checked? Schedule an eye exam today at Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center. I'm Dr. Claire Thorpe-Klinsky, and if it's been more than a year, you might need a new prescription. If you use a computer regularly or are suffering from allergies, those both can be causes of eye strain or fatigue. Schedule a complete eye health exam today to find out if your eyes are healthy. We may be able to detect glaucoma and other eye diseases early. At Breeze Family Vision and Lebanon Optometric Center, we examine more than just your vision.
Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
The music is great, and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Wigman Ford studio. It is looking plush today. Let's grab the H&H Computer. It always does. Computer Services guest line for Trenton and Gator Legion baseball coach Brian Berberick. Brian, welcome to Talkin' Sports.
Thanks for having me on, Rip. I really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for coming aboard. And before we catch up with your team, wins, losses, some players, and so forth, give us the word on you, Brian. First year as the Gator head coach, correct?
Yeah, this is my first year. I coached JV baseball behind John Grenert this year and really had a blast. And they came forth and asked me for Legion actually before and stuff. So I've coached select for the last 4 years, and I built my way up, and Coach Grenert called me about 2 weeks before the JV season took, and I couldn't be happier to take that job. And then it fell into place for this one, and can't be in a happier place right now.
That's great. Yeah, it sounds like this position fits you perfectly. It's right up your alley, and it's got to be great to work for John Grenert.
Oh, yeah, it's a pleasure. He's one of the best at fundamentals and everything else, and it helps me, and I look for many years to coach behind him and see what time comes.
I probably should know, but I don't, or I don't remember because I forget things, Brian. But did you play years ago at Westland?
Yes, I did.
Westland Warriors, and on the Trenton Legion team too?
Yes.
There you go. There you are. Well, how's the Gator team doing to date? And I suppose initially, did you play last night, or did the rains get you?
Oh, we played last night. We played New Beige, and then we got behind 2-0, and we ended up battling back and won 3-2.
Wow, good ball game.
Walk-off double off the wall.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Super way to end it, huh?
Yeah, it's a great way. Us and New Beige, and it's like the Cardinals, Cubs, Boston, Red Sox type rivalry, and we came up on top.
Had you played them you might have played them already this year, huh?
No, that's our first time playing them.
Was it the first time? Okay. Who pitched for you last night?
Jacob Woodrum pitched for me and threw a complete 7 innings and gave up 5 hits, and I think he had 5 Ks.
He's the kid out of Nashville.
Yes, he is the kid out of Nashville. He's doing an excellent job for us, He's went at least 2 7-inning games now and won both of those, and he's won a 6-inning game and got in a little trouble and got a loss, but still did a hell of a job for us. Yeah, he's a good talent. He had a really good season for the Hornets, and I know he's going to college. It seems like over in Missouri, possibly. I'm not sure if I have I think Indiana. I'm not sure on the college, but I think it's Indiana somewhere.
Okay,
yeah.
You've got a real keeper there. And anything, and we'll get to the Gator tournament shortly, but anything earlier this week, Monday through Thursday? Did you play?
No, we did not. We were off this week and just took it nice and easy, practiced a little bit, and got ready for this weekend.
But you have another one on tap this morning here.
That game actually got canceled as of last night. Salem could not come up with enough players, so that game's rescheduled for July.
Okay.
So, yep.
So much for the morning liftoff there. What about the Gator tournament? That's been happening for a long while now. That was the last weekend. The previous weekend, I know Patoka, we had Coach Jeff Humes on. I don't know what it's Odin, Carlisle, Patoka, whatever. They won the championship, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They came out strong, and they got a strong ball club over there with Carlisle, Odin, and Patoka. And, we played them in our pool play, and unfortunately we lost them 4-1, but we played a great game. And, Odin's a tough ball club, and we got to see them many more times yet this year.
And when you played them, had you won, you would have been in the title matchup, or how?
No, we wouldn't have, because our pool games, we lost all 3 of them.
Oh, you did?
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
I glanced at that wrong. I was thinking of some kind of semi. Yeah, you're right. So who was in your pool, Brian?
It was Odin, Salem, and Rantoul that we faced, all them, and we had Rantoul up, and we had a 9-run inning, let up a big inning, battled back, and we ended up losing 10-9.
Wild one.
And then Salem, we held our own, and don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure we lost 10-2 there. We had some late inning problems there. And then Odin, we lost 4-1, and we had some little miscues and mistakes there that cost us the game. But we've been playing really well. Just a few mistakes here and there that cost us the games, and you know as well as I do, at this level, you can't have those. So
a few mistakes will do you in for sure. So Patoka won it. Salem grabbed second, and did you swing down to third and fourth?
Highland and Aveston split third place. We do not play a third place game over here.
But the
So,
Aveston
yeah,
Express.
Aveston and Highland got split third place.
How about the Gator? Have you played in any other tournaments in this, I guess, still kind of early season?
Yeah, we played in the New Baden Wooden Bat tournament the weekend before.
Okay.
And we won our first game against Olney. And Zex went through a hell of a game there. We won 4-1. And or 4-0, my bad, sorry. 4-0. And then we lost Saturday morning, and then the rest of Saturday got rained out.
Oh, it was a washout time there. Huh? Any other tournaments ahead for you besides, of course, the postseason?
Nope, just we do go down to Steelville for kind of a little round robin tournament. It's not really a big tournament; it's just kind of round robin tournament, see different teams, and then we have districts.
Yeah, it's good to see different clubs. And is there? I didn't ask Jeff, and I forgot about from last year. Actually, are you still competing in a league itself, or is it still just the district playoff later on? Is there a regular season? Okay, no regular season.
Yeah, there is a regular district season. You got to play each team twice on each side, and then that seeds you into districts.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a pretty normal lineup? I know it has a lot to do on a given day with who's pitching sometimes, but are you running out a pretty normal group?
Yeah, I got normal, solid 8 same starters.
Good.
You know, it depends on who goes on vacation and stuff. And then I kind of rotate out my left fielder every once in a while. Depends on who's hot. I ride them maybe a few games and see some different guys.
What about the guys who tow the rubber for you besides Jake?
Jake Woodrum's pitching for me, Zach Swain, and Alex Elsing. Right now, those are my 3 pitchers. Unfortunately, I haven't had to get to a 4th yet due to rainouts or games or something. So those guys have been doing a great job. And relief pitching has been doing a great job. We haven't had to use many relievers, but when we have, their time called, and they did an excellent job for us.
So you're getting a lot of frames out of the starters. I love that, Brian.
Yeah. Yep.
What's the record now, Brian? Your team's record after the victory last night?
We are 3-4 right now.
3-4, and last year I know you weren't, but do you have an idea what their finish was a season ago?
No, I do not. I think they only won 3 games last year, but don't quote me on that. I know they had a rough season. They were young last year.
So things are more positive here in 2018.
Yeah, things are a lot more positive. You know, you got Zach Swain, you got a lot more experience out of kids. A lot of kids seeing a lot more varsity time, you know, rolling over behind John Leonard and Lebanon's coach over there and stuff like that, helping us out.
The players on your squad, is it primarily Trenton? I know you got Jake from that. Where else can you draw from? Pretty limited, I suppose.
We can draw from Trenton and Lebanon is our home, you know, sanction that we get them from. And then if players like Woodrum came to us, wanted to play for us, of course you got to go through loopholes and release to get him here. But he's definitely an asset to the team.
Yeah, so and surely somebody else is playing from Nashville elsewhere.
Yeah, Nashville goes to Pinckneyville. That's where their home place is.
Okay.
Pinckneyville, yep.
So Jake had to get a release and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we had to do all that good paperwork for Legion to keep them happy and everything else. Yep.
A little manipulation of the currency. Yeah. That happens. That's good. So, all right, what's ahead for this coming week? You're idle today all of a sudden.
Yeah. We got Odin on Monday, which is going to be tough ball club out of Odin. And then we got Aveston on Wednesday, which is another tough ball club. And then we got New Baden again Friday at New Baden.
Okay, so a pretty full week coming up here in the next few. And well, Brian, it's good to have you on. Were you a good player? What would you do? Pitch or position guy or what, Brian? In your days on the field?
I played a little bit of everywhere, but I kind of settled down at second base later on in my career.
So you finally settled down, huh? Good.
Yeah.
There you go. I've yet to do that, but hey, thanks, Brian.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming on this morning. Good luck to you as you move forward.
Yep, thank you. I appreciate it, Rip.
Brian Burbrick of the Trenton Gator first-year coach has his team moving in the right direction. Yeah, speaking of baseball and a real talent from Carlisle, of course, high school, Legion, and far beyond to the pros. A simple but meaningful get well soon to Al Crocker, who does Let's Talk Fishing in the Great Outdoors here. And, of course, he's been on Talkin' Sports a few times, especially with fishing. But get back on your feet quickly, Al, okay? I know that's going to happen. A timeout is due. We've got trivia just ahead, moments away.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
If you're in the market for a new home, refinance, or even a second home, give me a call today. I'm Anne-Marie Tabin at First Bank in Breeze. With almost 20 years of experience, I can guide you through the process of finding a mortgage product from First Bank that is right for you. Give me, Anne-Marie Tabin, a call today, 526-7724. First Bank in Breeze, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
I'm goaltender Luka Pilka, and I'm talking puck on Max 96.7.
Hi, this is Dr. Matt Palm at MedPlus Physical Medicine in Carlisle. Whether you want to lose a few pounds for vacation or you want to get rid of lots of excess weight, it's time to take advantage of our safe, effective, and affordable weight loss program. With an individualized plan based around an appetite suppressant, a metabolism booster, and diet and exercise counseling from physicians with backgrounds in nutrition, let us get you on the path to a healthier lifestyle. Call MedPlus at 594-3671 to set up your free consultation and to get you on track to a healthier you.
Good times are waiting at Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery, just north of Carlisle on Route 127. There's no better place to see live music than the Brett's Outdoor Stage, hosting bands every weekend. The kitchen at Brett's opens at 3 on Monday and Tuesday. They open for lunch at 11 Wednesday through Friday, and they have breakfast Saturday and Sunday starting at 8, with dinner available daily. Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery is a great spot for a meeting, a party, a get-together, or just to grab a bite to eat. Call 594-8830 or go to wildlifelodgeandwinery.com.
Welcome to our music warehouse. Lucky you're not the one who has to refile all these CDs. Playing everything.
You've got Max 96.7.
Yeah, hello again. Welcome back to the Weekman Ford Studio. Rip here on Talkin' Sports on a Saturday morning. Where'd the heat go, man? Cool. Just stay dry today, okay? Before we get to the heart of today's trivia, one more time, I want to thank all the great sponsors from Father's Day Trivia. What was that, 2 weeks ago now? And our winner was Jim Niemeyer from Breeze via Germantown. And he won a fantastic package, which included golf and more from Twin Oaks Golf Club, a $25 gift certificate to the Keys on Lake Carlisle, a $25 gift card to Glass and Auto Cosmetics in Breeze, an extremely large Talkin' Sports beer mug, liquid not included, with the artwork done by Marla at Southern Glass. That's probably about worn out by now. And that's a super mug. And 2 bottles of Hogs and Heat barbecue sauce from the Hoffman Supermarket. The package worth $140 or so. Jim Niemeyer was the winner. Again, that was our Father's Day prize. And thanks to the sponsors one more time. You did good, and Jim made a nice grab there. Off to today's trivia.
It's time for the Easy Inn Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin' Sports. Escape to paradise with Easy Inn Travel in Breeze. Call 526-2201.
All of that, you bet. And it's 9:39. That time drop brought to you by Breeze Furniture and Jan's Uniforms. We are up to date. Our number is 594-2576, 594-2576. I'll try and speak more softly for those in Bartell's. Got a text about or a tweet about that, whatever it was. Social media, it's going nuts. But you are Bartels are included. Eligible to play unless you're someone in your household has won the last 8 weeks. Number 2, you cannot be affiliated with or related to anyone here at Max 96.7 or Easy and Travel or for today, Casey's General Store in Beckamar. Hey, the morning after, you know. Dale Pulver is giving up 1 large pizza any way you want that, baby, plus 1 breakfast pizza. That's worth around 20 of those 2 items. Here's the question. At 594-2576, it's on St. Louis Blues draft history on the choices ahead of this year. That's probably why we call it history. Anyway, who did the Blues take as their highest ever draft pick? Eric Johnson, Perry Turnbull, or Wayne Babbage? Oh, Babs, what a score. Which player was the Blues' top draft selection ever? Eric Johnson, Perry Turnbull, or Wayne Babbage? Call us at 594-2576. You could be plugged into some pizza pies from Casey's in Becky.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordikeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
If you're an athlete, coach, official, or fan, you need Lee Sports in Nashville. Lee Sports has it all for teams and individuals. From uniforms, shoes and equipment, to coaches apparel and officials gear. And Lee Sports carries name brands like Under Armour, Mizuno, Rawlings, and Adidas. Lee Sports also stocks a complete line of spirit wear and offers screen printing and custom embroidery, plus trophies, awards, and personalized items. Lee Sports in Nashville, your complete sporting goods headquarters.
Hi, this is A.G. Becker. When I sat down to write this commercial, I thought about all the great reasons to make Becker Jewelers your jeweler. Our low prices, our incredible selection, our reputation for quality, service, and great value. Here are a few more good reasons. First is trust. We've been in business right here for just short of 70 years. No one stays in business that long without living up to the promises that they make. Second is truthfulness. We always tell you the truth about our products. No inflated value or phony sale prices. Third, we're your neighbors. We live here. We work here. We will always treat you the same as we would treat a family member or best friend. And fourth, we're part of your community. Becker Jewelers helps support your schools, community projects, and events. Always has and always will. So you see, there's more to us than just the best products at lower prices. And yes, those are good things too.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches. Except nothing embarrasses us. Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Hello again, Rip here in the Weekman Ford studio for Talking Sports on a Saturday. Saturday mornings 9 to 10. Wednesday nights 6 to 7 through the summer. And then it's bonus time with the Monday editions come September. Oh no, more bad news for St. Louis football fans. First the Cardinals leave, and the Rams leave. We stole them. LA stole them. And now there will be no Alliance of American Football Team in St. Louis next year because the Dome is occupied. San Antonio gets the 8th and final franchise, so it's all up to Vince and the XFL. Vince, and we have a winner. Thanks for the calls. The question and answer. It's that period right now. Who did the Blues select as their highest ever draft pick? From these 3, Eric Johnson, Perry Turnbull, Wayne Babbage. It is indeed Eric Johnson, the defenseman from America, was snapped up as the number 1 overall selection in 2006. He played most of 3 campaigns with a note before being shipped to Colorado. He's still there. He had that, speaking of episodes, he had that small episode while he was with the Blues. A golf cart, in his case, kind of got in his way and tricked him up and messed him up. It was the cart's fault, of course. And he tore a couple of ligaments, which was awful at the time, obviously. And in his right knee, he missed a great deal of ice time. It does happen. Our winner is Keith Beckman from Beckamar. He collects not 1 but 2 pizzas from Casey's General Store in Beckamar. Keith may be, I'm going from memory, which isn't, we've been at this a long time, but he may be a first-time winner. Either case, congratulations to Keith Beckman of Beckamar. He's our champ. this morning. We'll turn the page for Blake Haig right after this. Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here.
My kids are always telling me Holiday World and Splash and Safari is the best, but I needed to test which one they love most. So, like any loving mom, I flung them backwards, up and over hill after hill on Mammoth, the world's longest water coaster. Next up, a surf war in all 3 wave pools, including Tembo Tides, the newest way for the little ones to get their feet wet. Don't worry, I dried them off by dropping them from 70 feet in the air on Liberty Launch, a family favorite. Our final piece of scientific evidence came in the form of the double helix after subjecting them to 5 pitch-black tunnels on the Legend.
No matter what you think is the best at Holiday World, get your trip started with our Pick Your Price calendar and find the days that work best with your budget, only at holidayworld.com.
Turns out it's a tie. Holiday World and Splash and Safari are both the best.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Man, those kids are loud. All right, here we go. Rip here for one final shot at it in the Wiggman Ford studio this Saturday morning. We've heard from Les Winkler. Read his columns online, whatever. He's a good one. He was with us for Scores and Stuff. Brian Burbrick made his debut as the Trenton Legion coach, and now we're back to live action in the H&H Computer Services guest line to Breeze for Merchants Manager Blake Haig. Blake, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Well, what's going on with your Merchants? I know you did have a tough last Sunday against those Trenton Miners.
Yeah, Trenton had the launch angle working on last Sunday.
Launch angle was, well, there you go.
Yeah, they put 5 home runs out against us over the 2 games, and they're just a really good ball club, and we were scrambling for players. We found our last guy at 11:58 for our noon game, so we were scrambling, and they came out swinging.
Yeah, they won the double dip. Was it 10-9 and 6-2?
The first game was 10-6. And then game 2, they won 9-2.
Okay. You were in that first game, though, right?
Yeah, the first game we were down, I think 7-1 or something like that, and we cut it to 7-6. And then they followed that up with a 3-run homer in the top half of the 6th, and that kind of shut us down from there.
Yep, the gopher ball, and they went on a tear there, and they have some capable guys for sure. Nice offense there, and the second contest there, he just. Ryan Meadows, he's a tough cookie, and that's who you faced in the nightcap.
Yeah, he had everything working for him. He had a good curveball all day, and he was spotting his fastball, and we didn't have enough gas to keep going. We actually pulled my cousin out of the crowd. He came and pitched for us. We were running short on pitching. So
who's your cousin, Blake?
Brighton Timmerman. He hadn't thrown in 5 years, so he came out, and he threw the ball really well.
Well, he was well rested, wasn't he?
What was that?
He was well rested, wasn't he, Blake?
Yeah, he was well rested, and he was in the dugout just holding his arm after the game.
Yeah, it was probably a shock to the system there after a 5-year layoff, but he did a good job, so that's fantastic. But right now, no doubt, in the hole somewhat at 1-5. You're scrambling. Half the season is still ahead of you, though.
Oh yeah, it's been a rough year so far. Yeah, we're just struggling to find players week in, week out. we've yet to field the same team this year, so I think that's been our main detriment to the year so far.
Yeah, can't get that set lineup there. No continuity at all. But the second half does begin tomorrow, and and now a 12-game slate, and you host the Aviston Aces, the defending champions. They're even at 2-2.
Yeah, we kind of, in our own dugout, we've adopted them kind of as a rival. We had 2 people leave to go there, so we're excited for tomorrow. Try to take a good swing at them.
Exactly. No, I get it. Yeah, you really have something to play for there. You have those defectors. You bet. The Aces lost to Beckamar Sunday there, but the CCO is pretty jammed up. I mean, Trenton and Bartelso at 4-1 and 3-2, and a lot of teams with 2 each. And but it's still up for grabs. They're the top 4 make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, it's been every team we've played so far. It's been a tight game, and there's not one team this year that you see them on the schedule and you think you got to walk up win. You got to battle each week to get that win.
You do have to go streaking, though, Blake. No doubt about that. And it begins tomorrow afternoon. Who gets the nod for you? Hopefully on the rubber.
We're gonna go with Alex Altman. He's one of our new additions. He played at Mascuda and he graduated from UMSL this past year. So we're gonna give him the ball, and then Lucas Witten will be in relief, and we'll see what happens after that.
Did you? So he's a college player. How many college players do you have on your team, roughly, Blake?
We have, I believe, 4.
About 4.
We have Mitch Carragher. He graduated 2 years ago from Maryville. Lucas Witten. He's playing ball at Greenville right now, and then Jace Timmerman and Alex Altman are both at UMSL.
You mentioned the 2 players that slid over to those Aces there. How many players are gone from 2017?
It's a pretty solid turnover. The biggest loss was Luke Jackson. He decided to go, I believe, into the Air Force.
Really?
He was he would show up every week, and you would just give him the ball, and he was going to go all 9, which that was really nice last year.
Yeah, Luke out of Central, huh? He was just a good ball player. He did a lot of good things for Central, basketball and so forth too.
Yeah, he last year we had a doubleheader in Bartelso, and our starter was only able to go the first inning of the doubleheader, and Luke went, and he went the next 13.
Yes,
the player he was.
I like that. I'm glad you brought that up. Somebody's got to be doing some hitting for you, Blake, and who maybe leads the offensive core.
Well, our leading hitter is actually gone. Crandon Wallace. He came out swinging it, and he had a baby in January, and he moved up to live with his wife's parents up in Champaign. So that was a big loss early on. Our leading hitter after him has been Colin Voss.
Colin Voss.
He's been playing for a while now, but he's still hitting.
We've got to get that other guy back on Sundays. Tell him you don't play a best of 3 or anything. It's just a 1-game slot, Drag him down, huh?
Yeah, I was definitely trying. He's a big loss.
I'm sure, yeah. Now, how long have you been at the helm of the Merchants, Blake, and playing and so forth?
This is year 2 as the manager, year 4 of playing.
Number 4, and I thought maybe you had another year added on as the skipper there, but you've been around for a while, and you want to get this thing turned around, don't you?
Yeah, that's been the goal. It's each year going into the year, it looks pretty promising, and then between trying to get some people to come out and not having the best commitment, it's been a little difficult.
You got to get those contracts a little more ironclad, huh, Blake?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to start signing contracts day 1 next year.
Grab an attorney. They're everywhere.
Yep.
How about that new infield at Northside Park? I haven't seen it now since spring when the Knights were playing, but it looks pretty fabulous. I would imagine it plays nice and true too.
Oh yeah, it's been awesome. We always joke in the dugout, you're not getting bad hops anymore. There's no rocks laying in the infield. It's been real nice.
Yeah, that is the bummer. There's no excuses anymore. I always liked excuses on the infield. Well, sun, the rocks,
makes it easier.
Hit that clod and stuff. But no, they did a great job with that. Now, of course, you got to keep it up, which takes some attention.
Yeah, that's not our team's favorite part. After if we lose our game and we got 30 minutes of field work, a couple of the guys have been asking if we can play all road games. But if we start winning, they'll like it a little more.
Yeah, it should be enough just to put the bases away, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, we don't have to put the bases away.
Oh,
We gotta do everything else.
Oh.
And it's all the raking and sweeping and putting the tarps on, and
my goodness,
you gotta keep it that way.
Yeah, you do. You might need another attorney. You got some off the field issues there, Blake, with help your help the situation out. No, it's tomorrow. It's not a must win, almost though, to get back in this thing, huh? But if you can trigger a victory tomorrow, that would really cure some situations for you.
Yeah, we actually got until the 11 o'clock dropouts come. We actually have pretty much our full squad coming tomorrow, so it'll be nice to see. It's pretty much our first game since Beckham that we've had everyone show up.
Okay.
So it'll be a nice test to see where we're actually at.
All right, that's great, and it'll be a 1 o'clock first pitch, right?
Yep, 1 o'clock first pitch.
Okay. We'll pick up some victories. Good luck tomorrow, Blake. Thanks for coming on again, and maybe you can correct this thing, right the ship here as we approach that second half starting mañana.
Yeah, that is definitely the plan.
Thank you, Blake.
Yep, thank you.
Blake Haig of the Breeze Merchants. Congratulations to Luke Jackson, too, going into our United States Air Force. Quality guy. That's what we need more of. Yep. Who won trivia this morning? Yes, it was Keith Beckman out of Beckamar. He corrals a couple of pizzas from Casey's in Beckamar. Casey's General Store, courtesy of Dale Pulver there. Thanks to Les Winkler and Brian Burbrick and also Blake Haig. Yes, another full schedule of Clinton County League games tomorrow. I believe all solo affairs and all that good stuff. If you'd like, why wouldn't you? Well, who knows? But if you're on Facebook and you wish, be sure and join the Talkin' Sports with Rip Notmeyer group. You can do so. You can friend me and I'll add you, or I think you can slide in there somewhere and ask to join, and I'll obviously add you and all that. Membership now maybe 1,700 plus. I know, somewhere in that area. You can play trivia on that site, take a chance at winning a Talkin' Sports t-shirt, women's tank top, view a lot of pictures from guests, listeners, and so forth. A group conversation, whatever. So that's on Facebook. And on Twitter, check it out at Rip Talkin' Sports, at Rip Talkin' Sports. At Rip Talkin' Sports, I tweet some quick hits on that site every morning except Saturday. That's another great venue for some It's really good. Gets a little testy once in a while. That's all right. Some people can't handle that. In that case, get off Twitter, because that's what it's all about. Opinions, you know. I believe we're at right around 3,200, just above that now. I'm on LinkedIn too. I'm not even sure about that, but here I am. And by the way, on Facebook, on Tuesdays around 4:30, we have the Brett's Wildlife Talkin' Sports poll. Tuesday, 4 o'clock plus on my Facebook timeline. That's going great. We have a great sponsor in Brett's Wildlife, of course, but we ask for instance, this past week, who will LeBron James play for next season? Actually, that was last week. We had a lot of remarks, rather fluid, funny, and more on that. I mean, just a ton. In this past week, this last Tuesday, the question was, what did you think of the penalty assessed for Phil Mickelson's slick maneuver at the U.S. Open? The two-stroke penalty was appropriate. He should have been disqualified. My third offering was he should have been burned at the stake. That probably would have been appropriate, because that was terrible, just disgusting what he did. Lighten up, golf, okay? Come on. But the situation, it all went in favor of the two-stroke penalty. That's in the rule book. It played out as it should have. Mickelson. Poor guy. Eldrick, poor guy. He's awful. Okay, that's Talkin' Sports for a Saturday morning. We've done it. Another one is in the books. We'll see you Wednesday. The log is wide open right now, but we'll be back with one or two. I've been in touch with Zach Hockey. We're going to let him settle in a little bit more before we have him on. And Daniel Kaufman will be on. I believe it's Saturday, July 7th. All kinds of good stuff to come yet. Stay tuned. We'll see you Wednesday between 6 and 7 on Talkin' Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 Wcxo.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Mako Elevator in Centralia. See Mako for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.